issue of the knees up at the Merrion Hotel, but as far as I'm concerned, there's still very significant questions that need to be answered. I think this event tells us a number of things. I think it tells us very clearly that Fine Gael are in government too long. They've become arrogant, complacent and out of touch, and that arrogance is exemplified by Simon Coveney's interview some days ago by trying to call it turning a mountain out of a molehill. It also tells us that the fact that they've been in government so long has meant that the culture of insiderism, of cronyism has grown, and that is a perfect example is a former minister approaching the government, a position made for them, and that following on a number of days after that minister organised a party at which government ministers were present. That kind of insiderism, that kind of cronyism that was behind that appointment is what's also contributing to the housing crisis and some of the other challenges that we face as a society, because they are more interested in looking after their friends than they are in ordinary people. There's still a number of very significant questions that Leo Varadkar has been dodging. Was the appointment discussed at the party that former Minister Zappone organised? What was the purpose of the event, the party, the meeting, whatever it was? What was discussed at it? And I also think that Micheál Martin needs to say a bit more as well. I thought his statement yesterday was very weak. Does he believe the account? Does he believe that the account given by Leo Varadkar on the 6-1 News is credible? I certainly don't. And does he accept that the Taoiseach, who would have been central to the drawing up of the guidelines, was unaware of the situation? Does he accept his explanation? And it does stand in contrast to the manner in which some people from his own party he dealt with those in the past. And it's been interesting to note that actually it's been primarily Fianna Fáil spokespeople have been out defending Leo Varadkar over the weekend, and I think a lot of people will find that quite surprising.
Donncha, just on the Merrion Hotel debacle, do you think that Micheál Martin should be putting more pressure on the Taoiseach potentially to step down, to resign?
Well, I certainly think I'd like them all to step down, and I'd like to see a change of government, and that's what we want to see. So look, hopefully he might do that. Failing that, I suppose what needs to be done, he was certainly uncompromising with other former ministers. The question has to be asked, why is the Taoiseach different here? And what he hasn't answered, what the Taoiseach hasn't answered, first, I don't think his explanation as to the guidelines and his involvement in them, it's incoherent. I don't think it's credible. I'd love to know if Micheál Martin thinks it's credible. I certainly don't. But he needs to answer, has he asked Leo Varadkar? Did Catherine Zappone discuss with him about this position? Did she lobby him about this position 6 days before it was created at this event? What was the purpose of the event? What was discussed at the event? Was it an exclusively social gathering? Was there a political element to it? So yeah, I do think the Taoiseach does need to be putting more pressure on the Taoiseach